Hello, welcome to the Waco RoundTable hosted by Prosper Waco. My name is Jeremy Rhodes, and I'm the Director of Research and Community Impact at Prosper Waco. Prosper Waco adopted this tool in the fall of 2020 to help the Waco community understand and address increasingly complex problems. The Waco RoundTable empowers the Waco community to track and display relevant local data, to learn about the work being done by local organizations and collaborations, and to visualize the location of important resources in McLennan County. This series of videos is meant to help you learn how to use and navigate Waco RoundTable. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the map and the filters to display the data that you're interested in seeing. If you want to know how to download the numbers so you can take them with you or paste them into something you're working on, I'm going to show that to you in another video. With this tool, you can find all kinds of information about Waco, and you can display it all visually on the map so you can see how our community might differ from neighborhood to neighborhood. Before I show you how to use this tool, a quick note about how recent these variables might be. We keep these indicators as current as we can, and we're always working to update the indicators. For most indicators, there is a lag of at least 1 year. For example, the Census Bureau, through its yearly American Community Survey, collects 2021 data throughout the year. But the 2021 data will not be released until the end of 2022, and some might not be released until early 2023. This is the trade-off of having hyper-local data like we have here. In some cases, you can find more recent data for national levels and even state levels, but nothing more local than that. If you want numbers for narrower geographies, such as zip code areas or census tracts, you have to live with a 1 year lag or a little bit longer. The numbers you see right here, I'm going to start explaining this part of it to you. The numbers you see right here, we'll talk about them later in another video. They correspond to these organizations over here. They don't really mean anything relevant to the statistics that you're looking at, not really. So this just means that out of these 113 organizations, 12 of them are within this, this geographic entity here. Okay, so to get started, we're going to go over here and we're going to look at our topics. You can see there are, a little over a dozen topics for you to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and click on financial security and close that up. And you can see my organizations went from 113 down to 17. So now there's 17 organizations that are listed as caring about this particular topic. Then I want to go to indicators. Now within each of these topics, there's indicators are sort of nested within it. So here we have, within financial security, there are, 25, 35, I'm not sure, and different indicators that you can map, you can look at here, right? We've got some stuff on poverty, children in poverty, housing costs, median gross rent. Let's click on median household income. Now you can see what comes up immediately. I'm going to go ahead and this part where it says race, ethnicity, we're going to talk about that in a minute. What comes up at first is this geography, census tract. So this is Waco. These borders are census tract borders, and it's displaying data for median household income. Now before I start kind of zooming and clicking around, we can just point out a few things. For example, number one, you can see how the coloring here is indicative of changes in income. The less bright, colors indicate lower median incomes, and the darker colors here indicate higher median incomes. You can see the full range in the county. There is one census tract with a median income of $14,756, and there is one with a median income of $93,813. I can zoom out, and you can sort of see that we're looking at the entire county, and we can click on any of these to look at the specific value there. So I'm just going to zoom back in to look at Waco specifically. So when I look at it, I can see this is census tract number 48309001300, and in 2019, the median income was $49,732. If I click right across the river here, right next door, the median income goes down a lot, doesn't it? it's down to 20,781. Again, these two census tracts right next to each other, separated only by the river. And we go from about a $50,000 median income to less than half of that at 20,781. And so I can do that all over the town, right? In South Waco, we got a median income of 18,593. And then out in Hewitt, we've got a median income of 84,187. So that's looking at it by census tracts. Now, I can also break it down by some other geographies. For example, I can go to zip codes. Maybe I'm interested to see how it differs with zip codes. So this zip code, 76643, has a median income of 72,000, while this zip code, 76704, has a median income of 21,398. You can also look at the entire county. If I want to see what that is, I click there. I can see for the entire county, it's 49,778. For the entire city of Waco, the median income is 40,190. And then the last one I want to show you is this neighborhood boundary. Now, the important thing you need to know about the neighborhood geography is that these numbers are all estimates. They're all approximations based on these other numbers. See, the Census Bureau gives us these numbers. The Census Bureau doesn't give us numbers on neighborhood values. They don't know our neighborhood boundaries. But they give us those numbers, and these numbers are estimates. They give us those numbers, and these numbers are estimates based on that. So whether you want to look at the neighborhood values or the census tract values, it's going to vary depending on what the purpose of the data is, who your audience is. There are some audiences that don't want to see this neighborhood stuff. They want to see census tracts. There are some who couldn't care less about census tracts because they don't care about census tract number 48309002600. Instead, they'd like to see neighborhood names like Mountain View and Parkdale Viking Hills and Carver. And so we can get it broken down into neighborhoods as well. The last thing I want to show you is, let me take this back to census tract, is this right here where it says race and ethnicity. Now, there are some variables that can be broken down into different racial and ethnic groups. Most of the variables on RoundTable cannot be broken down into racial and ethnic groups. And that has to do with the way they're presented, the way they're given to us by the Census Bureau. But for the ones that can be disaggregated into different racial groups, we have done that. And to do that, you would click right here where it says race, ethnicity. And so the way since I have not selected any of these racial and ethnic groups, what you're looking at here is a map of everyone in Waco, regardless of their race or ethnicity. But then if I click here, I can see, well, Asian's not good because there's this a low sample size. But if I look at Black Americans, you can see so this tract tells me not just the median income for the folks in that tract, but the median income for Black folks in that tract, and the median income for Black folks in this tract, and the median income for Black folks in this tract. Same thing with Hispanics or whites. The other valuable thing here is that maybe you want to look at the kind of city-wide comparisons between racial groups. Remember, we can do that just by going here and changing this to city. And so let me unclick that. Actually, let me reset that. And we can see that for the entire city of Waco, remember the median income is 40,190. But for white folks in Waco, the median income is 44,358. For Latinos, that income is 35,570. And for Black Americans in Waco, the median income is 26,464. So this is another handy way for you to look at kind of digging down into the data to see kind of what are some of the more specific stories that we can learn here. So I hope you're able to kind of get into this, dig around, find some stuff that's interesting, learn about our community. If you have any ideas about indicators that you would like to see added to the Waco Roundtable, or if you have any questions about how to navigate through these materials, please feel free to contact me. My email address is jeremy@prosperwaco.org. Thank you.